Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Chris Myrick and thank you for watching. Today I'm going to be talking about again my 1992 Geo Tracker. This is my project car. I had a video I did about 3 months ago, so look at that one. That will give a little more. I gives a little more history of how I bought the vehicle. This time I'm just going to talk about its little quirks and features, and a little bit of history of the Geo Tracker. First of all, if you know about Geos, Geo was started in 1989 and went to 1998 for nearly about 10 production years. Before 1989, the deal was that General Motors wanted to get into the small car market, and instead of building their own small cars, they just decided, no, we'll just buy some Japanese models and rebadge them, and that's how Geo became up. For instance, the Geo Metro is a Suzuki Swift, made by the Suzuki company. The Geo Prism is a Toyota Corolla. The Geo Storm for a few years in production was a Isuzu. But today I'm going to talk about the Geo Tracker, which is technically a Suzuki Sidekick. So it was just a way for them to get into the market. Now this one here, like I said, my yellow one I have, this is a 1992. It's a two-wheel drive model, not the four-wheel drive. The two-wheel drive models, actually, the 89-90 models were all four-wheel drives till 1991 when they started making the two-wheel drive models. These were more popular with, for say, people who want to pull their RVs and stuff. It's even got a tow bar kind of in the front of here, which, you know, I used to put my little minion license plate when I go to car shows and stuff. I call it the little minion. In 89 to 94, besides making a two-door convertible, they made a two-door tin top. They're more, you'll see more of those up in North America, north part of the United States, and up in Canada. This one, of course, is a convertible. The 1992, I have production numbers, they made 36,128 Geo Trackers. Of those 36,000, 8,000 of these were only two-wheel drive. And out of the 8,000 of these models, also 2,700 were painted yellow of the 36,000, so I'm estimating only made about 600 yellow two-wheel drives were in existence of 1992. So yeah, they're kind of a rare car, and usually when I go to coffee and cars events, or I go to a car show, usually the question I get is that a Geo Tracker? I haven't seen one of those in years. I don't see them on the road anymore, and a lot of teenage kids want one. They were usually called a poor man's Jeep. If you can afford a Jeep, you buy a Geo Tracker. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you again some of the quirks and features of these. So I'm going to come around to my camera and so we can get a little more video of that, so you don't have to see my face all the time. So let's get going. Alright. So we're coming around here. First of all, if you notice about these Geo Trackers, they are so base model, especially the two-wheel drive. In fact, the two-wheel drive doesn't even have a tachometer. Now the four-wheel drives did, but the two-wheel drives did not. It's just basically got your hot and cold temperature gauge to the left, your gas gauge to the right, which doesn't work on this one. Luckily I do have a triptometer, so when I fill it up with gas, I just fill it all the way up to full, because the gas gauge does not work. It's some of the sending unit, and I have to drop the tank and all that, and I'm not going to mess with that. And of course you got your speedometer in the middle here. But this is just, you know, these things are so basic. I mean, first of all, I'm going to show you here, you basically just, you don't have, of course, any vehicle like this, you're not, you know, you have to roll down your windows, you're locking on doors. Well, I don't know why you want to lock a Geo Tracker, because it's that convertible. You can still break in. Very basic. I mean, there's extra spots for where these supposed to go. I don't know what these buttons are supposed to be going for. There's no cruise control. There's no power steering in this one. But it's easy to do that. It does have AC, but the AC pump is bad, so it doesn't work at all. I'm not worrying about fixing that. Basic 5-speed, simple brake work. Let me go around here. I still have the top down. You know, I'm in the middle of Oklahoma. It's on September 21st. This one was made in September 26, 1991, I found out. So technically this thing's going to be 36 years old in 31 years old in a few days. Not 36, 31 years old in a few days. One neat quirk feature is the trunk opener, not trunk, but the hood opener is underneath inside the glove box, right inside there. In fact, when I dropped it off to have some work done on, one of the guys called me and said, "Where's the hood opener in?" I said, it's a Jeep. It's inside the glove box. So, trying to get it up here. Now, it's just a base model. It's a 1.6 liter, 80 horsepower is all it has. Like I said, a lot of work's been done on it. It's had new spark plugs and wires, new valve cover gasket, new oil gasket, new exhaust system was redone. It's got a new O2 sensor, new EGR valve log, the vacuum lines have been done, new battery, you know. The time belt was changed, and somebody cut a little notch in that so you can see what the belt looks like. The belt looks pretty good. So yeah, I did not do the time belt. Somebody else did it before I got it. So it's just a basic model, nothing flashy, like that sound. Some of the work I plan to do on it is my clear coat. If you can see here, my clear coat is just peeling off on each side. I like to redo my hood. I'm not going to paint the whole thing. I just don't got that kind of money to sit there and get the whole thing painted. I did get estimates on Monday. Met a guy to get estimates on redoing my seats. That's something I'm looking at during the winter. I did do my carpet. I bought that online. It just molds into the the floor pan of the vehicle, so it turned out pretty good. I put a new stereo in it. It's got right there, and I put new speakers on each side. I'll show you the other side here. Kind of, oh, I can get down there if you can see it. Yep. And like I said, it's pretty much all original. Keep it that way. Kind of just panning around here. I was not planning, like I said, not planning to buy a Geo Tracker. I was actually looking for a Mazda Miata, but I came across this about a little over 2 years ago and bought it, and I've been happy with it. It's kind of my weekend car. I just drive it on the weekends. I have my Toyota RAV4, which is mainly my work car I get around in, and my wife's got a little Toyota that she goes to work in. Yeah, my wife and I rarely fetch our Toyotas, but this is, like I said, it's a Suzuki Sidekick, not a Geo. There's nothing really American about it. So I wanted to just get a little shout out to show the video of my car and give you this little more history about it. I think next time I do a video, I'll try to fix this iPad in a way and maybe take a little drive in it so you guys can see what it's like riding on in this thing. So, but thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you next time. Give me any comments below. Thank you, and God bless. Bye.